The gentleman from Georgia is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a sham hearing railing against a made-up boogeyman. I'm not normally up here defending big business, and as Mr. Shapiro noted, I have said repeatedly that we need to limit the massive dark money spending that big business pours into our politics and also pours into our Supreme Court. But let's talk about what's really happening here. Corporate brands care about their reputation because they sell more products if they have a good public image. And these companies think it's bad for business to run their advertising content next to child porn or ISIS videos or hate speech or an advertisement from the Heritage Foundation about Project 2025, which is so alarming to most Americans. Americans are alarmed, and that's why their representatives are talking about Project 2025, a 900-page manifesto, which is the blueprint for the Trump administration, should he be so fortunate and we be so unfortunate that he be reelected. Nobody wants their advertisements running against that kind of content. Foreign propaganda, networked disinformation campaigns. So these brands are working together to demand greater transparency and accountability from platforms regarding where their ads are placed and what kinds of content the ads are monetizing. That just sounds to me like good common business sense. Am I right about that, Mr. Patel?
Yes, sir.
And how about you, Mr. Jewell? Am I right or am I wrong?
That's correct, sir. Thank
you. But that's not really why we're here. This do-nothing Congress has nothing to run on this fall. They started out this Congress with 15 rounds of voting to elect a speaker, and then they promptly proceeded to throw the speaker out, and they wasted another 3 weeks trying to put in another speaker. MAGA Republicans have given us 2 years of dysfunction. 2 years. And they don't have anything to show for it but a few rabbit hole investigations of the Biden corrupt crime family, allegedly. $20 million in taxpayer money spent between 2 committees investigating the president with the aim of impeachment, and we saw where that went. So they have nothing, absolutely nothing to show for their dysfunction. And so what they're now trying to do is gin up their base against this made-up boogeyman and give a platform to extreme voices who want to spread misinformation. The American people know better, and they want a Congress that will work on behalf of real Americans on real problems. Instead of this sham hearing, we should be working on protecting and strengthening our democracy, which is about to be undermined should Project 2025 go into effect. Mr. Professor Waller, Mr. Shapiro's testimony states that, quote, GARM acts as a cartel, end quote. You are an expert in antitrust law, are you not?
I've devoted a lot of my career to studying it.
Can you explain why that assertion is false?
I have not seen any evidence and publicly available information that suggests that GARM plays a role like a traditional cartel. It does not consist primarily of firms that compete with each other, and they are not agreeing on the price, amount, or other kinds of market division that a cartel normally does and is normally punished for it if you can prove.
So this hearing is pretty much false advertisement, wouldn't you say?
Well, I would just caution all members of the committee just not to fall in the trap that sometimes my students do, which when they see something that they don't like, they think it's either an antitrust violation or a violation of the Constitution. It's just not necessarily true.
Well, gosh, I really hope that Project 2025 does not come into play, because if it does, we'll be having a whole lot more hearings like this, sham hearings on issues that actually suppress the rights of the people and even business owners to conduct business in a business-like fashion. And with that,